Hello everyone, this is JD Calderon and this is Indy Comics Explained, and today I went to the Midtown Comics outlet where I went dollar bin diving and I got some indie books. So I just want to share these with everyone. I think I got some good ones in here. This is I have some newer books, I have some older books. Like this is from 2019. This is Demi-God. This is from Omnibus Press. This is Bart Sears' line of books. Written by Ron Mars, illustrated by Andy Smith. And this was something I saw it in the previews. I never got it. I was actually waiting for a trade. And I don't think I ever saw one. I don't know if there will be one. But I saw these in a dollar bin. I said, why not? It was issues 1 and 2. This is the first issue. It's pretty good looking stuff. You know, standard fare guy. Get, some young skinny dude gets the powers and abilities of a demigod. So, so it's fun stuff. Super heroic type things. Came out from my IDW, Giant Killers. I'll keep a lookout for that in the dollar bins. And then here's something from Amigo Comics. It's also a relatively newer comic. Well, it says 2018. It's called Crossover. Never heard of it. So what is it? The Apocalypse Girl versus Nancy in Hell. I have no idea what this is, but I saw it and I said, hey, it looks fun. It was $1. Actually, it was 99 cents. The dollar bins are 99 cents. But hey, listen, it's just fun looking stuff. It was good looking stuff. Something called Gargantuan. This is Samurai. This is an older book. This is from Windjammer. This is it says Acclaimed Comics here. I was expecting it to say this, Continuity Comics. That's where Samurai originally came from. This is also Samurai's Rise of Magic. Let me see if I can see the indicia in here. And of course there is none. Well, story by Peter Stone, pencils by Rodolfo DiMaggio. Yeah, and then the cover is done by Mark Beecham, who was the original series artist. And Mark Beecham was always famous for long legs and big butts on the ladies. So if you like that sort of thing, you might want to seek this book out. But this is the one thing. It's about Continuity Comics. Great looking comics. These books were done by Neil Adams, his company. These are all his characters. So they always look great. They're not the greatest written stories in the world, but they do look fantastic. So I really enjoy these books. And that's actually why I get these. I just love the way they look. It would be nice if they got a hold of some better writers to come in here. Let's see, what's this? So this is Plot Neil Adams with Peter Stone, story by Peter Stone, with art by Tristan Shane and inks by Rudy Nebris. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like I said, some interesting looking stuff going on here. And this is a Tyvek cover. This was something that they were doing. It's like a very weird feel. Tyvek, I mean, if I was... it's not supposed to be terrible. You shouldn't be able to rip it. It's just a strange thing. This is a gimmick thing. Nighthawk. It's another weird comic book. This is, what is this? Prelude Deathwatch 2000 Megalith. And this is issue number 5. These are books that I actually have to, that I want to fill in. These are books that I'm probably never going to get as trades. So I actually do enjoy owning the individual issues. And yeah, Megalith was one of my favorites. I remember seeing this character advertised in the subways when I was a kid going to high school. I was probably like 13, 14 years old. And yeah, this has a nice gatefold cover. Nice dragon. So, plot by Neil Adams, story by Peter Stone, pencil by Ernesto Infante, and inks by Andres Classic. Okay. And the year is 2000 on this, so 20-year-old book. So Oh, hold on. I think. Oh, right, and it came with a trading card because it was bagged. It came with a Silver Streak trading card. So yeah, this is, you know, it's all right looking. It's interesting. You know, it's standard, I think, continuity stuff. Very dynamic, very interesting stuff. Like I said, I don't hold much hope in the way of the story, but at some point I'll kick back and read it. And this is also Death Watch 2000, Valeria the She-Bat. Now this cover is interesting. It's printed on like some kind of weird plastic, right? It's kind of like a, not vellum. And this is another, you know, nice splash page. Looks really awesome. Neil Adams artwork. Yeah, story and art by Neil, and additional writing by Peter Stone. Yeah, and this is, you know, like I said, it's all Neil. I'm pretty sure this is 2000. Okay. The only number I see on here is 93, which is quite possible. But yeah, this is, you know, like I said, pretty much, you know, over-the-top dynamics, over-the-top superhero stuff. Like I said, I find this stuff fun. It's old school. Like I said, old school with not great writing. This is, I just saw this, and it was an Antarctic Press book. Steam Lore, a curious publication by Chris Allen, written and illustrated. I said, you know, it's $1. I said, let me try it out. You know, the artwork looks nice in here. It's a nice steampunk story. Then it starts to get into this. I thought this was a little bit of a letdown. I thought I was getting a regular comic book. And then you have, you know, these large pieces of text. The artwork is nice, but it wasn't exactly what I thought. But I'll kick back. I'll read it. See if this... again, this is one of these things where I'm a little afraid of what I'm going to get as far as the written word. But you never know. It might be fun. Like I said, I paid $1 for it. Can't complain too much. So, alright, so there you go. Now, this is a really old book. This is AC Comics. These guys are still around. These guys were producing books when I was like 10. Probably even earlier than that. And this was in the, I don't know, early 80s. Like, this book is 85. It's black and white. It's Colt. And you can see this is all hand lettered. It's a bit before computer lettering. Or coloring, for that matter. So you can see it's all black and white. But, you know, I consider this fun stuff. Comics Interview. You know, this is just really fun stuff. Dragonfly. Yeah, but this is all really fun. For like old indie comics, this is something you want to... Like I said, you go looking in these dollar bins, you never know what you're going to find, and sometimes you find some interesting stuff. Then I picked up a number of these AC Comics, so we're going to go through a few of them here. Shade Special. This was 84. You know, it's very nice pen and ink work in there. Let me see, who are the creators? Story and art by Rick Levins. Inks by Willie Blyberg. Okay. Bill Black doing the editing. So yeah, so you know, these, you know, it's just fun. You know, indie comics, I guess, is black and white. Kind of crazy doing these, you know, superhero comics. You know, it's a nice piece. First issue of American Comics. Latigo Kid. Backup story. Some cowboy guys. Star Force 6. You know, it's funny. I don't even know if this book exists. I've never seen this book. I was pretty sure that I was hip to just about everything that AC Comics did. I have never seen this book. I will be seeking this book out. This is the sort of thing that really intrigues me. It's just way out there, just fantastic old school type stuff. Yeah, and it's Vic Bridges' artwork on the cover. It's another reason he's an artist that didn't do a lot of work in the industry. He worked on a series called Phase 1 Phasers with AC Comics, and then he did, I think, Freak Force over at Image for Eric Larson. And that's pretty much the only thing I've ever seen from the guy. But I enjoyed his work. He started off pretty much as a John Byrne clone, and he pretty much, in Freak Force, it changed a little bit, but not by much. But I enjoyed his work, and it's a shame we didn't get to see more from it. Then we have Night Vale #2, Blood Rights. And this is Hike. Mark Hike is the artist. And he does some really nice, he does excellent women. I mean, and you can see this, he does really nice work. You know, this is in color. And again, I don't know what it's... I may actually own this issue. I may have gotten this many, many moons ago. And this is the book I was talking about, Phase 1 by Vic Bridges. I believe it was only a 3-issue limited series. I think he only did the first 2 and then a special, and then the 3rd issue, I think the publisher and him got into a disagreement. He walked away. They ended up finishing. It wasn't as good as the other 2 issues, but you know, you can see the John Byrne influence in there. It's not as robust and as clean as John Byrne's work, but it is definitely there. It's maybe, I hate to use the word cruder, but it is a little bit less than the original master. Then we have the Scarlet Scorpion, and again, it's just more fun superhero stuff. You know, for the most part, I don't care for a lot of Marvel and DC superhero stuff. I do read some of it. You know, if it's good, it's good. I enjoy it. I'll read it. But for the most part, I actually like checking out indie superhero stuff. It's just a different look, a different, different feel. Then we have Night Vale #3. Some cool looking monster there. Mark Hike again. All right, so there's some interesting, probably some elder god thing going on that she's fighting. You know, there she is doing her magic thing. So it's kind of cool. We have a backup story. Some dude tied up on a bed with some dominatrix type lady against the Scarlet Scorpion. Right. And on the back cover, an ad for Phase 1. So it's 4-part miniseries. I don't know if he actually got 1, 2, and 3 done, and then the 4th issue, I don't know. I don't remember. I'd have to go look. Night Vale #4. Like I said, fun-looking stuff. Like I said, old school indie comic stuff. Like I said, I love that cover. Sentinels of Justice. Okay. Then this is just something that I found in there. It's The Rejected, The Unwilling. Source Point Press. Don't know much. I didn't even realize this was the 2nd issue. I just thought it was a one-shot. But, I saw it and it was $1. So why not? It's interesting looking gray wash art. Probably sit down and give it a read. Then have to hunt down issue #1. And then see if there's an issue #3. Alright? So there you have it, everybody. A lot of good looking, interesting dollar bin indie finds. Like, there was a lot of stuff in there from Marvel and DC, but like I said, stuff I'm not really interested in. If I do get that stuff, I tend to get it in collected editions. This tends to be stuff that you're not going to find in collected editions. So these are the books I'm a little bit more interested in getting from dollar bins. Books I can't get as, in a collected edition. So it's a lot of fun right there. Thanks a lot, guys. If you like what you heard, hit like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell 5 friends, share the video. I'll be talking to you soon. If you want to check out some of my work, check out the Oswald Chronicles. I have a Kickstarter going up real soon. So thanks a lot and have a great day.